Here's a new creator called Princess Mantis who started their YouTube channel and decided to tackle the cruel world happy mind situation. And I thought that I watched like probably about a minute of this video and another video, and I thought to myself, you know what, this will probably be pretty entertaining. A nice little wrap up to the whole H3 Madison situation. I think this will be a nice little fun way for to go ahead and remember this whole thing fondly, you know? So we got denims, we got Diorio, we got iDubbbz, we had a couple of friendly faces there. I have no idea who that is. I don't know who that is. Oh, AB, Alina, and we got Ethan Klein, the devil. So let's see what we got here. We got Frogan, iDubbbz, Anissa, Madison, Denims. I have no idea who this is. I don't know who that is. Diorio, AB, Ethan. Is this what's his face? Oh my gosh, I forget what his name is. It's not Millhouse, because Millhouse is against them. Love the art. She put more research into 15 minutes than Madison did in 3 hours. You know, from the couple of seconds that I watched, I feel like that's true. And I guarantee, I already know you guys are gonna love who Hassan is. Oh, man.
For the past 2 years, the internet has been fighting an underground holy war. In a turn of geopolitical...
Isn't that such a great way to describe this? An underground holy war. Like, these people legitimately believe that that's what they're fighting, is a freaking underground holy war. It's such a perfect freaking, like, explanation. These guys are legitimately acting like they're saving the Holy Land from while streaming in, like, the United States. We got Madison here, Frogan, we got Kaya, we got Denims, there's Gila, Ethan, not Asbit, we got, there's Millhouse over there. This is so good.
Events no one saw coming, YouTube's best and brightest flung themselves into a centuries-long battle that most of them were absolutely not equipped to handle. To truly understand why research experts such as Mormon mommy influencer Madison
I didn't even know that she was a Mormon. I feel like that's a slight at her, but still, that's good.
Could become entangled in commentary by individuals like Italian mobster turned computer scientist / historian Nicholas Diorio.
She read a Reddit.
Italian mobster turned freaking internet historian is so good. It's so good. This smaller creator is a W in my book already. Yeah, exactly. I saw a couple seconds of this and I was like, oh, this is so good. Watched this last night. It's insane. Out of nowhere, she is new to YouTube, but comes out hard.
Post and then went to go look for the clips associated with it.
We need to go back in time. And I know she said that she grew up without a religion, but she just looks very Mormon, which I think is
interesting.
I know she said she grew up without a religion, but she I like this girl. This girl is so good. And I gotta say, she's definitely gotten, like, these videos are in the tens of thousands, and it's fantastic. It's really good stuff.
And I can say that because half of my family is Mormon. But if we're gonna look deeper into this holy war, we're gonna start off with the latest safe slop tuber turned Hassan simp slop star. Yes, I'm talking about Mother Teresa herself. Cruel.
Mother Teresa. This is like what iDubbbz used to be able to do. This is like, he used to be funny, and oh my gosh, I'm super happy about that. Oh, this person is good. This person is an absolute refreshment to the world.
World Happy Mind, and we are going to call her Quam from now on because I heard Nicholas
Yes,
Diorgio say
Quam.
that, and I think it's funny. Chapter 1. Her videos are boring. Approximately 5 years ago, Madison started her channel Quam. Videos about multi-level marketing agencies were very popular at the time, with the likes of Illuminati, Not the Good Girl, and Kiki Chanel. Despite being a noob to the anti-MLM YouTube show, her channel grew steadily and she raked in a fair amount of views. You can see from her early uploads that she mostly stuck to MLM themed videos while occasionally branching over into other safe topics like.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I immediately noticed about her is that she's one of those content creators who did safe content for years, you know, hating on people that the entire internet had already decided was bad, hating on very easily hateable things like multi-level marketing scams and stuff like that. But then she turns around, and all of a sudden she has an opinion on something that she knows absolutely nothing about and wants to cry about having people dislike her for her takes and her opinions, and is talking about how, oh, poor me. You know, the internet dislikes me. Oh no, harassment. It's like, girl, you could have stayed on your side of the internet. I don't know why you decided to hop onto the drama sphere when you were doing all this safe content. You didn't need to stick your nose in this business. Nobody asked for your opinion. Jesus Christ.
Cults. Everybody likes cult videos. In April 2023, a major drama at the time was when Blair, aka the Illuminati, publicly accused another YouTuber, Legal Eagle, of plagiarism, specifically some dumb video effects with some paper. Whatever. Back in 2021, Quam had previously called out Blair for also plagiarizing some of her stuff, and then suddenly people believed her because suddenly everybody saw what a piece of shit Blair was. After the whole Blair fiasco, because
so it was basically what happened is that freaking Blair, right? She turned around and was like, hey, you stole the content I stole. And this was during the time where people were finding out that Blair was just an evil, malicious human being. And everybody went ahead and jumped on Madison's side. And that's how she kind of blew up in popularity.
I watched her downfall extensively. I actually started watching a little bit of Quam's videos as well. Even early on, I noticed a pattern. 15 days ago in the r/H3H3 Productions, a user wrote, yeah, I unsubbed before that because I felt her videos were getting longer without actually saying anything. The bad research and sourcing became more obvious. I was getting Illuminati vibes, but when...
Yes, and this is what I was saying too. This is exactly what I was saying when we were reacting to her video. It seems like she most likely did so little work on the whole thing. Like, it seemed like all she did was read the script, and based off of what was in this, like based off of the differences between the script and the clips that were being used, it's like she didn't even write the script herself. This is like her third video. Yeah, so this right here, the Cruel World one, is her first video, at least on this channel. And then the Chris Kunsler video is her second video. And then she has a short from the Chris Kunsler video, which counts as a third video on YouTube. Shorts count as videos.
When she made that comment.
So what we're watching right now is her very first video on this channel.
I saw it posted here and I was like, comma, it's even worse than I thought. Another user wrote over a year ago on the r/Do We Know Them podcast, Cruel World Happy Mind bugs me so much. Her docs are 6 hours long because she repeats everything 3 times. I don't know why people don't call her out on this. She repeatedly introduces a clip, plays the clip, then reads the transcript of the clip. People think it's so thorough, but it's so obvious she does this to make the videos longer. I stopped watching her.
You know, that's something I didn't even notice, but now that she says it, I retrospectively am looking back on that. And that is interesting. She did do that a lot. Like she would turn around and be like, Ethan Klein has, or Gila Klein has said things that would be deemed as bad as calling babies terrorists. Then she showed a clip of Hila, of course, not saying anything. And then she turns around and says, yeah, people deemed her, well, some of the things that she said to be bad. It's like, girl, this, like, that you don't need to hit that 1,000-word essay. Like nobody's requiring you to meet the limit or anything. Come on now.
Hey, Madison, would you have anything to say about that, specifically about how hard it is to be a podcaster and how interesting you have to be because you have to say a lot of words?
First off, podcasts
I like her comedy. I like her comedy.
is one of the hardest genres to make interesting and make work. You have to be one of the most interesting people in the world to make a
No, you don't. What? All you need to do is find the right people. You don't need to be one of the most interesting people in the world. Are you kidding me? There's so many podcasts out there that have absolutely no right, like, existing, but they exist because there's dumb people all over the internet. Like, oh my gosh, she's one of those people.
a successful podcast because it's just you talking into a mic for hours and hours. And who wants to listen to multiple hours of someone talking into a mic? Anyways.
A lot of people want that. Like there are people who like look at EFAP is a good example, or Diorio and Turkey Tom and what's his face. They do the Half Baked podcast. They put out like an episode like once a month and people want it even more. What you're failing to understand is that a lot of the time people don't make a podcast until they are already a well-known figure, right? They're already an established creator. They don't just come out with, 1 to 2 to 3 hour long podcasts and all of a sudden it blows up. They create a podcast after already having been becoming an established creator. That's how it happens. Like, why are we pretending like that's and I just hate this. All the Bravo reality stars have podcasts and people want to hear those with yeah, exactly. Like it's oh my gosh. She annoys the hell out of me so much.
Podcasts are one of the most challenging forms of media to make work. It can only
No. One of the most challenging forms of media to make work, I believe, is animation. The amount of time and hours you have to spend getting every little detail correct, getting every single thing done, the voiceover, all of it, just getting it together, like that is so incredibly difficult. Like lolcow just using Discords for yeah, exactly, Congo. That's what I'm saying. This is not some like, oh, we need to turn around and find the best of the best. No, you could literally throw anybody up there. All you're doing is talking and you'll find people who are either like, I don't want to say dumb enough, but people who are, people who are like-minded enough to listen. It's not that difficult.
only work if you're super interesting and engaging as a person and have a lot of things to say. If you're a certified yapper, if you can yap about anything and everything, yap off the bat, yap on the wrist, and who wants to listen to multiple hours of someone talking into a mic?
You know what's funny is that she literally, this is how you can tell someone hasn't been around YouTube for very long, because podcasts were massive back in the day, like way bigger than they are now. I know it's a little difficult to understand that because of like the popularity, but let me explain it to you like this, okay? There was people who were putting podcasts, who were getting paid to put their podcast on like iTunes and what was the other one where you could buy like songs off of, like Apple Play and all that type of stuff. They were doing that back in the day before, like while CDs were still a huge thing, you know what I'm saying? Like like H3 or Painkiller Already. There was these people people who were doing that long before the anyone was ever making like big massive bucks from this. Spotify, yeah. Like there's just this is why I say there are some people who just were not part of the internet and didn't grow up in certain times, so they judge everything based off of the era in which they came up on, rather than like a business all within itself, right? Baited, yeah.
Interesting.
Easy money.
About 4 years ago, Quam reached its first million views with a video titled How Rachel Hollis Destroyed Her Career. And after that, she started seeing more views, specifically with videos around Gabby Hanna, Trisha Paytas, and the Kardashians. And also Jan Snyder, because that was also very popular internet gossip at the time. That was about until a year ago when her viewership began to decline. Now, I'm not an expert on YouTube monetization. I'm not monetized. This is my first video. What do you expect from me, huh? Huh? But I do know that to make a substantive living, substantiative.
Hey, don't worry. I'm the same way. Okay. How many times have I like struggled this live stream by saying the gender reaffirming? Okay.
I give up. On YouTube, you need a large and consistent viewership. And about a year ago, Madison's viewership dropped. She went from consistently achieving 1 million views on a video to falling below half that or even less.
We're getting some reasons as to why she might have joined the anti-H3. Oh, is that what happened, Madison? Were your views going down and you were like, oh, I can participate in taking this person down. It'll be just like when Illuminati came after me.
Madison, could you just tell me how it feels to lose so much money and integrity and viewership?
Damn. This person is amazing. I stan Mantis. I'm like barely halfway through this video, but oh my goodness, this person can definitely go places. I really hope that in like a year, nothing crazy comes out about you.
And pieces of your soul.
In the world of social media.
That's so good.
And especially the world of YouTube, success has a very specific parameter. Numbers. When your numbers are good, you are a social media success, flying high, receiving all of the praise and admiration. But then when your numbers are bad, you're irrelevant and no one cares about you.
Her H3H3 decision makes a lot more sense to me.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Her video on Nick is great too. Haven't seen a bad one. Oh, she has a video on Nick? I did not know. Like on Diorio? Is that who you're saying, Diorio? I have not. I just had these on the list. I didn't know she made one on Nick.
Anti-MLM creators. I'm literally watching one of her videos as I see this post. I like her content, but she talks so slow. She'll also say something and then play a clip where someone says the exact same thing again.
Yes, or she's dumb enough to turn around and play a clip that states the opposite of what it is that she had said it was going to show. Yes, it is on Nick. All right, I might have to take. Oh, it's a part of the whole lore. Oh, okay. It's part of the internet holy war lore. God, try saying that try saying that 5 times fast. Internet holy war. No, it sounds like I'm choking on a dick. Never mind.
Feels like she's trying to drag out the runtime as much as possible. And I get she needs to stay monetized, but the censorship is ridiculous. When I first found out about Quam's recent scandal involving H3H3, I wasn't sure why she did it in the first place. I'm not going to get too into her video or her reply to the reply or the interview she did with the H3 podcast, simply because there are better and more entertaining content creators who have covered it endlessly. I will, however, probably cover her most recent live stream with that Chris guy, and yeah, I watched the whole thing, unfortunately.
You know what's so crazy about her interview with freaking Chris Kunsler is that Diorio cut him out of his coverage of her interview with him. H3 cut him out of his coverage of him or of her, of that interview. And that Kmplxity chick that we covered a couple of days ago, that the video came out the other day of, she literally refers to him as Chris Kunsler. That's not his name. Like, this dude who probably had one of the biggest one of the biggest interviews for a while. Nobody knows his name. Nobody refers to his name. He's just been completely shafted in this entire thing. And even people like Kmplxity, who are going to bat for him and for freaking Madison, are referring to him as Chris Kunsler. It's not his name. That's how you know that Kmplxity is a bad faith actor. She couldn't even get the dude's name right, and she was going to bat for him.
Unfortunately.
She has no idea what she's saying. That is an understatement, but I am loving the Star Wars-esque background music. I am loving this.
Well, we're kind of in agreement that what Israel was doing is fucked up. And I guess the flood of comments that were saying that what I had said was anti-Semitic, that that just completely disagreed with my stance. I was very confused on that. And just from a sort of morbid curiosity, was reading comments and messages, wanting to understand that what their viewpoint was and how they had gotten to such a divide.
In the video, she says, I thought most people were kind of in agreement that what Israel was doing is messed up. And I guess the flood of comments that were
the emphasis on the us. This girl, you should be renamed from Princess Mantis to Petty Mantis because you are dropping salt everywhere.
Saying that what I said was anti-Semitic, that that just completely disagreed with my stance. I was very confused on that, and just from a sort of morbid curiosity was reading comments and messages, wanting to understand that what their viewpoint was and how they had gotten.
Okay, I feel like this person, like Princess Mantis, she has been around for a minute. She has to have been around in the internet for a minute, okay? I don't know if maybe she decided to make another video, had another channel or something, but she has definitely been watching this type of content for a while. Either that or she is just naturally funny, is just naturally an entertainer, because she is hitting on all the things that would turn around and make most drama tubers laugh, or would tickle that little funny bone in most people who enjoy this type of content laugh. She is incredibly good at this, and I really hope the best for her and her channel.
Into such a divide. I'm just gonna give you a small piece of advice, girly. When you are talking about a marginalized group of people that you do not belong to, and when they are trying to give you feedback on what is prejudice or racist towards them, you don't read the comments out of morbid curiosity. You read the comments because you are curious and willing to grow. Okay? All right. I don't want to sound like a fucking lame leftist, but I think that there's some valid criticism in there.
Yes, exactly. You listen to the criticism. You don't do it for oh my God, guys, I have to see your point of view. And blah, 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 blah. No. You read the criticism, take the criticism in. Even if you disagree with the criticism, you can still take it in, and you could still learn from it. 100% she has to have had you don't get that many subs, that good of editing, that many views in a short time. Her videos are good though. Yeah, she has she has talking points, or at least a commentator mindset. And it's obvious that, you know, she obviously is a fan of Diorio, so it explains where some of it comes from. But I feel like she's probably in her, I would say, mid to late 20s, like myself, and has probably been watching like the commentary sphere for a good long while. She just has a natural talent to her, with like a lot of dry humor. Not necessarily dry, but what's the word? Like a very The Office or Parks and Rec style of delivery, I should say.
So to continue, I had a neighbor who I respect greatly, who's a journalist, a writer, who after everything had come over and sort of lectured me about how that's maybe harsh again, because I feel bad because, you know, apart from this, she identifies as a feminist, has invited me to a lot of book clubs. And
guys, there's a motherfucker named Starman in my game right now. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Hold. Do you see that? Hey, buddy, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? We interrupt this to potentially bring you the you know, Minecrafting of a you know, PDF. You know what? You got the wrong name, son. You got the wrong name, son. You got the wrong name. Okay. All right. You know, we're going to let him live for right now. We're going to see what happens.
What? Who invites people to a lot of book clubs? And is just, yeah. But just how, you know, she had taken a trip to the Middle East and felt that everywhere else, the Middle East was incredibly racist to her. And
it's open world, but yeah, you can have PvE in it. So even though it, you can definitely kill people in the game.
Israel was a great country to her. Again, white blonde woman, not a Jewish individual, but had, just love how she says Jewish individual. But had felt that Israel was so great, and essentially that, yeah, I was terrible for my viewpoints that I had, you know, spoken of in my video, essentially just to boil it down. And so I was just very bewildered by that and wanted to understand that respect. Here, again, Madison seems unsure of what point she's even trying to make.
She seems unsure of what her video was even supposed to be about, let alone what type of freaking video she was wanting to make. That's for damn sure. Like
the Middle East as well. And yes, as a woman, Israel can feel a much safer place to be than anywhere else in the Middle East.
Wait, did she say she was from the Middle East as well?
I've been to the Middle East as well.
Oh, been to the Middle East.
As a woman, Israel can feel a much safer place to be than anywhere else in the Middle East. That's not even up for debate, because you can hold two things at once, Madison. It's not hard. Not only is it not hard, it's essential if you're going to be an unbiased commentator. So you can hold Israel.
But that's the thing. She doesn't want to be an unbiased commentator. She wants all of her biases on full display. That's really what it is. She's not an unbiased commentator. She's a completely 100% biased individual who has no problem letting you know that she's giving you complete and utter BS. And then wants to cry about it.
Israel is in many ways, more inclusive for women, LGBTQ plus people. 2, Israel has also carried out horrific actions against the civilians in Gaza and the West Bank. Those two things are true. It's baffling that she can't hold these two things at the same time, and the inability to understand complexity seriously weakens her credibility. The biggest issue I have with their statements is that they continuously move the goalpost for Ethan and Hila because they lived in Israel. When there is dearth of instances of them disavowing the state of Israel for the actions of Gaza, more so than Madison has ever done as an anti-MLM creator and probably has ever done in her life. But I don't know, suddenly she started watching Hassan Piker, and so now she thinks that if she just repeats the dog talking points that he has, it's going to be okay, that she's going to be fine. Like, all the Hassan glazers will glaze her. All the glazers.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people think is going to happen once you start disagreeing with H3 and use somebody else's talking point. They all think that they're going to be able to grift into the political aisle and then turn around and get all of those people who like hate the opposition. They honestly believe that. And it's crazy for them to believe it because it doesn't really happen too often. Not unless they're like already integrated to some degree, you know? You call her out, she cries and make you feel bad. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. She weaponizes those tears in an effort to turn around and try and like be like, oh guys, poor me. Oh no, feel bad for me. I'm just so uneducated woman. You know, it's not my fault.
Glazers will glaze her. All the glazers will glaze her. To further prove my point, I've highlighted the following from her interview. I don't even know what it was, between her and Chris Kunsler or whatever his name is.
Blatant racism. Yeah. And everybody who wants to go ahead and call Ethan bad, they immediately turn around and just completely sidestep all of the blatant racist remarks that she made during when she speaks about them.
It seems like there's a great fear there of something happening within their lifetimes that mirrors that experience. And so that is what my impression was talking with them about this. Is that there's this great fear of this happening again. And so they're so afraid of it sort of this reoccurrence that's all they can see is within the Palestinians. Is that some?
And when she said this, I mean, we even I even said this. It's like, it's crazy, right? I should be able to survive this. It's crazy, right? That she's turning around and being like, these dumb Jews over here are just so scared of another Holocaust happening. Like, they're just these Jews. Like, yes, it's crazy. Is it really that crazy for somebody of Jewish descent to turn around and start being like fearful of what might happen in the future when you have legitimate people utilizing Nazi talking points in this day and age? Like, yeah. People are going to be scared. They're going to be afraid of what could potentially come out of, such political unease and unrest. Look at what happened during Pearl Harbor or 9/11. People who were of Muslim descent or who were of Asian descent were targeted. Look at what happened with fucking COVID. COVID happened and people who were of Asian descent were unfairly and unjustifiably attacked and harassed and in some cases brutally murdered. Like, yes, you're causing the ability, or not causing the ability, you are causing a unrest towards a specific group and almost making it seem like it's okay to turn around and be just a spiteful, evil person towards these people based off of the actions of a few rather than the many.
Somehow they're going to wipe out Israel, that somehow Iran is going to wipe out Israel, when that they can't even reflect that they are doing that in the
100%.
same breath.
The most racist, the most racist Israeli politician is the person who popularized the slogan "Never Again."
This is why it's problematic. This line suggests that Jewish fears of persecution or genocide have turned into collective blindness or hypocrisy, which is just...
Yes, exactly. And especially, and I think one of the things that really highlights how how racist she can be, like how mean, like how evil she can be, is the simple fact that she turns around and continues to claim that Ethan is nothing more than like a paranoid Jew.
Because we wouldn't accuse any other group of people. If this was a group of Rwandans, okay, let's say this is all happening in Rwanda, we wouldn't be like, all black people, not just Rwandans, but black people living in the diaspora, especially in like North America and imagine saying that like they all are just constantly hallucinating victimhood, are also hypocrites and also just like hideous monsters. This oversimplifies generational trauma and applies it to an entire.
Now, I won't sit here and say that some people definitely, like, some people don't grift off of that, like, trauma. I'm not going to sit here and say that that isn't the case, because it 100% is. I mean, in the video, in one of the videos that I put out, the when I was going over what Paige Christie said, like, there's a lot of times where black creators have come out and said that black people can't be racist because they're black and yada, yada, yada. So there are some people who have utilized like generational trauma as a way to grift within that, within those spaces, and have completely taken advantage of people's, you know, earned fears.
Your population never again originates from the Holocaust remembrance, right? And Jewish cultural memory, not solely from one politician.
We'd often talk about this kind of stuff, and they would talk to me about difficulties. They would actually talk to me about how they had stopped going to synagogue, because in the UK, if you go to a synagogue, they say, right, we're first going to give to and explain to you about a charity that's from the UK, and then almost every single synagogue tells you, actually, you're going to then talk to us about a charity that is in Israel.
So again, we see this Chris Kunsler go on about his overgeneralization of because he talked to one person who might have been, in quotes, a Jewish individual, unquote, who went to a synagogue and they wanted to talk about a charity in the UK, and then they wanted to talk about.
Okay, one thing I will say, and I know I understand that this is like her first video and all that, is because I have been like listening, and I've been like, you know, doing this commentating for close to 2 years now, and I have been pretty much, I literally watched the commentary sphere be created all the way back in the 2000s when it came to YouTube. I can tell that like a lot, she's going off of bullet points in her mind or on a piece of paper. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing in any way, shape, or form. No, whatsoever. What I am saying is that she should definitely aim to work on it being more free flowing and have it be more like, what's the word I should say? It should roll off the tongue a lot more naturally. It sounds like she's trying to keep her train of thought as she either reads something or hits those bullet points in her mind. Something that, of course, she'll get better with in due time.
About a charity in Israel. He's definitely playing into this trope and trying to find some semblance of a source to reinforce that all Jewish organizations, all Jewish people in the diaspora are inherently financially tied to the state of Israel. This is a huge dog whistle that Nick Fuentes even likes to pull out every once in a while. So good job, Chris. Now, I was gonna go on because I had many more clips from this fucking whatever the fuck that was with Chris Kunsler and the Mother Teresa researcher.
That's so good. Mother Teresa researcher, dude. Oh my God. I never even thought. It's so good. It's so good.
But I've decided that I'm not going to, because it's tiresome and you can look into it yourself. I've laid down some groundwork for you. Anyways, I was really thinking about making this into a multi-part series about this.
And I'm glad you did. I'm very glad you did.
Internet underground holy war. If you're interested in seeing that, make sure you like and subscribe. If you're not, please leave me a comment, a strongly worded comment about your thoughts, feelings, and opinions about how you don't actually think any of this is anti-Semitic because what Israel is doing is wrong.
Yeah, I agree with you, Congo. It is really way too good for it to be new. I feel like she probably had a previous channel, right? Like I feel like she probably had a previous channel at some point in time because she's very either that or maybe she spent like a long time and made multiple like test videos prior to like coming out with this. But I feel like it's a little too polished for it being her first time, but it is very good. Oh, I definitely will be. We are moving on to after this. We're moving on to the Chris Kunsler.
Because that makes sense. And I hope to never see you again. Hopefully, she'll apologize. Don't think that's that's gonna happen. Anyways, I'm tired. Bye.
She is so awkward. All right. Going on with our internet holy war, we have Chris Kunsler, the young British boy who saved Palestine. Oh, this is so good. All right. I'm loving this so much. Let's get to it. There's Chris, the holy man himself. We got Denims once again with the shot collar, the PT. Sipping on that PTSD, boys and girls. Anissa. Oh, I love that. The Pope, he's just evil. I freaking love this so much. This is such a good intro. This is so good. And Hassan as Jesus Christ. Oh, so good, so good.
For the past 2 years, the internet has been fighting an underground holy war. In a turn of geopolitical events no one saw coming, YouTube's best and brightest flung themselves into a centuries-long battle that most of them were absolutely not equipped to handle. To truly understand why research experts, such as British supremacist influencer Chris Kunsler,
Chris, respectfully.
Love it. Frogan already has cover. No need to edit that. Yeah. You know, I know Chris Kunsler over here actually made a response video to this video. We will not be watching. I don't care what he has to say. I barely cared what he had to say. The only reason I even listened to anything he said when it came to her being on there is due to the fact that like I wanted to hear what other morons were saying. But I'm not gonna lie, should have went the way of Diorio and H3 and just cut him out because God, they spoke about nothing for so long.
could become entangled in commentary by Singaporean SpongeBob fish turned brown guy, Pegasus.
Singaporean fish. That's who it is. More Pegasus. Oh, that freak. That weirdo freak. Okay, now I get
to
it.
A series so volcanic. Even Typhlosion subscribed.
Cringe. Cringe. Welcome back to the series so volcanic. Even Typhlosion subscribed. Guys, ooh zuzu. I'm one of, that's the same energy of what's up, fellow kids. Fucking loser.
In today's video,
we need to go back in time. And I just want to note here that although there's nowhere on the internet to support Chris's last name being Cumgluz, he sure gluzzes a bunch of cum, which I think is... He sure gluzzes a bunch. All right. She is winning me over so much. It's so good. Oh my God. Here's the thing, right? I personally, there's no way I could like make like, quirky videos like this or anything.
let's be realistic. I don't have the talent for that. I don't have the personality for that. I am 100% the type of person who's like entertaining via like my shit talking and berating of people and stuff of that nature. But I so thoroughly enjoy people who do this without the like ooh woozy woo type of deal, you know.
Interesting.
So today I want to be talking to you about the whitest British man alive, Chris Kunsler. And I can say that because I'm half white. And based on my limited knowledge of Chris and his interview with Quam, check out my last video on how she single-handedly freed Gaza here. I find it hard to believe he's concerned about Palestinian existence at all, as I mostly saw Chris spew anti-Semitic tropes under the guise of, well, I actually just think it's fun for him. So I decided to dig into his limited presence. Now, before I give my thoughts and opinions, I think it's essential to note that Chris is British.
Are we about to get he's British, he shouldn't even be in these. What? Or is she gonna go with the whole freaking colonialism and everything like that?
And I can say that because I'm half British.
Oh, she's half British. She's a tea lover.
Why is this important? I'll try to keep the next part as short as possible.
That you have to appreciate that many people in American and British society enjoy the killing of people that they deem as others.
After World War I, Britain started babysitting.
Oh my goodness, no. Don't tell me she's like historically educated too. Oh my, this might become my new favorite channel. Yeah, I you know what? I'm gonna hit the subscribe right now. This might be one of the few channels I actually put notifications on.
The most contentious site on the planet.
I recorded a big long.
I just wanted to remind our Senate.
What did she say? I recorded a big long thing on Britain fumbling the spiciest locations on Earth. However, it was super boring. You know what? That is a level of like self-reflection that just sometimes creators themselves just don't freaking have, right? Because it's like sometimes I even have to do it too. When I'm like looking back on my videos, sometimes I have to look and re-listen to it. And I'm like, man, this like 25 minutes of me just talking about this subject, I'm getting bored of it. You know, like I'm just saying the same thing, or I'm not really adding anything. Let me just like cut this out, because it's not, if I'm getting bored of it as the creator of it, then people who are here to watch me are going to be bored of it too.
Anyways, it didn't go well. I just wanted to remind ourselves that Britain has also committed its fair amount of war crimes and atrocities. God forbid the world ever chant for Britain's destruction, because that would just be, I don't know, kind of crazy.
He like really doesn't like Israel.
I just want to iterate. Criticizing the state of Israel is not in and of itself anti-Semitic. And I don't think that all pro-Palestine creators are anti-Semitic. However, I'm just gonna let Chris's content speak for itself.
Ooh, that's the most dangerous thing you can do for a creator, is to let their own shit speak for itself.
His first tweet was on December 10th, 2024, in which he commented on the UK's relationship with the United Arab Emirates and its hands in the genocide happening in Sudan, but also, for some reason, Israel. And that is something you'll notice about his content. Even though I think it's a really important thing that people do talk about the genocide that's been
Says more people need to start talking about Emirate influence over the UK. We can only be concerned with Israel. We can't only be concerned with Israel. This is a country facing genocide in Sudan right now, spreading authoritarian brutality and also serving Israel's interests. See, this is the problem with creators like Chris, is that they don't believe that two things could like be real, like could be bad at the same time. They don't believe that, oh, you could care about two different terrible things occurring at the same fucking time. They want either you can only care about one genocide happening, you know, and that's just not life. That's not reality.
Even though I think it's a really important thing that people do talk about the genocide that's been happening in Sudan since 2003, in which 300,000 people have been slaughtered, it's just not realistic to blame Israel for absolutely everything wrong in your life, Chris. I know that you pooped your pants, but also not Israel. So anyways, I found his...
The little pot shots are good. You could probably do yourself some... You could probably get yourself a little bit better on that. Like I would say, like I know that there's some stuff going on in your life, or you feel like everyone's against you. But is that it? But is that real, or is really that, you know, something a little punny?
His public LinkedIn page, which details his skills in German and Farsi, as well as his degrees from Exeter University in Near and Middle Eastern Studies. Now, there could only be one reason for this LinkedIn page, because also it has 0 other details, and that's to try and bolster his credentials for when people come running to claim he has no idea what he's actually talking about, in my opinion. But it's clear from watching Chris's content that he does have a fair bit of knowledge regarding certain geopolitical events in the Middle East. However, Chris hasn't really tried to hide the comparison that he makes between Jewish people and Nazis. He's also quick to discredit anti-Semitic events.
I am so tired of fake anti-Semitism scandals in the UK.
And he consistently dehumanizes and vilifies Israelis at all costs.
Yep, and also
his association
true.
with Gatto Fumador.
Oh, this dude, he's a massive freaking hater on Twitter. He's like a big A-logger against H3.
Who will go as far as to say that random Zionists are out trying to snatch up random kids. See, when your whole brand is, hey, look at me, I absolutely don't hate other groups of people, innit?
She's even doing the accent. It's good. It's very, very good. I believe everybody deserves to have a little bit of love. Everybody except the Israelis. Yeah. Pit, cheerio, and all that good stuff. Yeah, okay.
You kind of need to be looked into, okay? You're compensating for something. The more I watch this guy, the more he reminds me of somebody else.
Since October the 7th, the number of people in the West who understand what Israel actually is has increased. And this is a major problem.
Try to make the rest of the world believe that the new national consciousness of the Jews will be satisfied by the establishment of a Jewish state in
okay. I have no freaking clue who this person is. Is this just another performative person?
Palestine. The Jews thereby adopt another means to dupe the simple-minded gentle. They have not the slightest intention of building up a Jewish state in Palestine so as to live in it. What they really are aiming at is to establish a central organization for their international swindling and cheating. As a sovereign state, this cannot be.
Oh. Is that really what she's trying to say? Oh, okay. I'm seeing it. That's okay.
Be controlled by any of the other states. Therefore, it can serve as a refuge for swindlers who have been found out, and at the same time, a high school for the training of other swindlers.
And for if some reason you're like a really big Chris Kunsler fan, and you're angry that I made that comparison between him and the man with the mustache, you can go to my channel. You can click on more and just read this out loud to yourself.
She's even combating the hate already. Smart. She's like, if you really hate me, I mean, go for it. Like, you hate me. This is what I am. Yeah, sure. You want to say I'm a slop tuber or whatever? Yep, that's me. I'm slop. Now what? And this is the other thing about like internet hate, which is what I don't understand about like QT Cinderella and all these other people. What instead of trying to freaking argue with these people about like your points, about all of these different things, why don't you just turn around and just be like, all right, cool. Like, if you think that about me, there's no point in me trying to argue the opposite. I'm not going to spend time and time to just turn around and be like, no, guys, please, I actually have a point. I'm just going to have fun with you in the comment section and enjoy the increase in the analytics to my video. Exactly, Congo, 100% based. Slop, sloppity, slop.
A little bit. Okay, we're peace and love here. We're peace and love. And it's actually projection if you are comparing Chris to that man with the mustache. Okay, that is your own internal battle. I'll let you deal with that. I was actually referring to this beautiful man.
Smart. If you think I was comparing him to Adolf Hitler, that's an issue for you, sir.
That's right, Hassan H. Christ.
This is so insane. America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
I love people who try to argue this and be like, that's not what he meant. He was talking about the geopolitical ramifications of blah, 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 blah. Yeah, sure, buddy. He never once ever said that. Stop.
Now, recently, Hassan has been spiraling ever more into oblivion after recent clips of him resurfaced.
Can you shut the fuck up when it comes to black folks? You really don't want to talk
about
us
this is a
it comes
good
from
one.
Voting. When is the last time you spoke about Sudan? I'm gonna fucking ether you. Any other black folk want to engage in radical activist language in this fucking chat? Suck my fucking cock.
As Vietnamese refugee, we have endured suffering under the communist regime, and we believe that...
Okay, fuck you, dude. I mean, seriously, fuck you, old lady. Shut the fuck up, you stupid fucking idiotic old lady with your stupid fucking gamer headset. Who has fucked you harder? America or fucking Ho Chi Minh? Suck my dick, old lady. God damn, dude. Yo, fuck this refugee, okay?
This
dude is all performative. Every bit of him is performative. Unless you agree with him, he does not care. He never will care. It's all fake. I don't understand how there's people in this world who they have a hard time believing it. This is why I say people love to be lied to. They love it. They eat it up so much. Just yum, 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 yum. Lie to me more. Please lie to me more. Like, that's what they do. It's easier to dupe somebody than it is to convince somebody that they've been duped. Okay.
Be a surprise to you, but Hassan has been long touted on the left as, let me read off of this shirt. Okay. Someone who's against racism, bigotry, white supremacy, inequality, oppression, and when I first read this, I thought it said into France, but just imagine you feel compelled to wear this shirt. Just in case, people thought you were pro all of these things, you bought a shirt to say that you weren't. And just to go back to...
Gotta make sure they know, man. Like, if you don't turn around and wear the bling, how will people ever know that you're against these things, I mean, it's not like your rhetoric or what you stand for, your actions or anything like that could potentially let somebody know where your political leaning is. No, of course not. You have to buy the merch. Otherwise, are you a true supporter? Are you a true ally?
To Chris for a second, imagine feeling so guilty as a white British person that you have to dedicate your entire career to proving you're not one of those white British people. And the irony here, in my opinion, is that is what Chris is trying to make Ethan Klein do. Chris wants Ethan's entire career to be proving upwards, downwards, leftwards, rightwards, diagonally waywards, that he isn't one of those Jews And that
Yes.
Hila isn't one of those
Israelis. Yes, and that's exactly what it is. Like all of these people who want to turn around and be like, they've just been programmed from birth to believe what it is that they're saying. It's not like their actual political opinion. It's not like how they actually believe it. They're just programmed to believe it. Yet they want to turn around and be like, what we need you to do is we need you to program the next generation of people to believe what we believe. Otherwise, you're not a true ally. It's always the same thing. Either you are completely with us or you're against us. You either believe everything we say or you are not an ally.
It's not speaking out enough. It is not.
Who's to you to determine
that's
that?
What they do to me. They keep changing stuff. So when she called us, it was like Ethan kept asking, "Do you agree?" She didn't say that, and she said yes. Now the problem is I didn't speak out enough.
If you didn't already know, Hassan and Ethan of H3H3 used to host a political podcast called Leftovers, where the two of them would comment on political news. This was a beloved podcast where the two unlikely podcasters came together and talked as if they were good friends.
Very selfish of you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's wonderful that you have a child.
However, the aftermath of October 7th proved too much for this pair, and they ended the show shortly after.
Yup.
I was never a Leftovers viewer, but I vaguely remember the following happening shortly after October 7th.
I think Israel shutting off water, power, and food to Gaza is insane. It doesn't even make sense. I've seen videos, I saw videos of Palestinian dads holding his dead, 5-year-old daughter. I mean, and there was another one that, as a father, it's even hard to talk about. This dude was holding his infant. It was a year old.
Crazy stuff. Absolutely horrendous stuff that happened.
And he was patting her on the back and saying his final goodbye. I mean, he's holding her like she's alive, like he's just burping her or something. I didn't expect to get emotional about that, but I'm a new dad and that shit really fucks me up. And I hate to see it. It's not right.
It's pretty clear to me that Ethan has publicly spoken out against the actions of Netanyahu and the Israeli government, and very quickly after October 7th. Meanwhile, this is what I remember from Hassan. So when looking for this footage of Hassan and his reaction, I found this article, and it's basically glazing up Hassan saying, YouTube star Hassan tears over Israel-Palestine footage. It's really fucked up. And it says he's so brave, and look, he's being so brave by crying.
Sorry. It's
so fucking fake and performative. I remember this too.
This is really fucked up. They went to
it's just disgusting. Disgusting. I hate this
funeral and beat the shit out of people and rip the Palestinian flag.
He's not even crying. It sounds more like he's laughing than anything else.
Off of her.
Not a single tear anywhere.
The reason why I show you those clips together is, one, so that you can see the positive media reaction that most outlets will give Hassan if given the chance. Meanwhile, Ethan, somebody that is not only calling out the actions of Israel Netanyahu, he's actually naming the specific actions.
And they're hellbent on genocide, frankly, overtly. They've committed tons of war crimes in Gaza, including the killing of children, obviously, because Gaza's...
It is a sad day where performative activism gets you more respect than actual like standing toe in toe and actually being against something.
It's one of the most densely populated places in the world.
Like, what does that say about us, like us as a society? You know,
50% of the residents are under 18. So when you bomb a building, the chances that you're killing children is pretty much 100%.
And referring to past comments that he's made about the issue. Meanwhile, Hassan, who is also talking about a serious subject, it seems to me that yes, he does mention that the IDF were wrongfully beating some people up, but his main contention is that they tore the Palestinian flag. And I'm not saying his tears aren't real, but
I am. I'll say it for you. Don't worry. His tears are fake. It sounds like the dude was freaking laughing more than crying. I 100% say that. My personal opinion is that this motherfucker was laughing, not crying. Like he was trying to force a tear and it just did not happen.
Ethan is reacting to something that he is relaying to his actual personal life. Meanwhile, I don't buy Hassan's tears as much. What you just saw in the last chapter was the beginning of the underground internet holy war. We witnessed in real time two famous YouTube podcasters open a centuries-old conflict that would soon escalate into an explosive internet feud that continues to this day. I'm going to admit something really embarrassing here. I was never an H3H3 fan, but I was.
That's not embarrassing. Honestly, that's not embarrassing at all. Like, there's nothing wrong with not being a fan of somebody, but being able to turn around and like weigh in on a subject, especially if you have like a middle of the road understanding, like, what do you call it? Take. Nick is the third chapter. Well, we'll probably end up getting to that another time. I think I'll probably end up wrapping it up because we're almost at 4 hours at this point. We'll finish this video up. And then we'll turn around and watch the Nick chapter another time.
Someone who watched a lot of Hassan VODs.
Because I believe there is a actual Nick video because it was being recommended in her last video. So,
and in my defense, I was new to Hassan and I didn't know the entirety of everything that he's ever said.
After enduring sexual violence, the deadliest day for the Jewish people.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, 100%.
Fucking rapes happened on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
Yep, good old rape denier. Someone who thinks it's totally okay to like rape as long as you're a rich white guy raping rich white women. Like, dude, absolute insanity that there's people who could turn around and are okay with this guy.
A lot has transpired since I first started paying attention to politics on YouTube, and the biggest being the fallout of Ethan and Hassan. Since the breakdown of the Leftovers podcast, I started seeing more and more snark about Ethan and Hila. Culminating in the tipping point where they had CPS called on them.
This morning we got a visit from Child Protective Services.
I just want to stress how much I wasn't a fan of H3H3. I wasn't a fan of Ethan's humor, and I didn't really care about the topics they were often covering. But I did become invested in the show after seeing all the flack they were getting. I still don't watch.
It is crazy, too, how people who are attacking Ethan Klein or like going after him have caused people to actually become fans of him by proxy of their relentless like attack of him. Like, it's insane. It's literally, it's one of those things where people are like, the Streisand effect, where people are turning around and trying to be like, don't pay attention, you shouldn't care what this person says, and inadvertently turn people onto them instead.
Watch a majority of their content, but I do stay up to date with everything involving Hassan and iDubbbz and Anissa and Denims, and honestly, the latest, greatest drama regarding this whole thing, Madison Harness, aka mother to researcher of Cruel World Happy Mind, which is why I'm even talking about Chris Kunsler to begin with.
Yeah, boring,
To
Chris.
summarize, Chris Kunsler is actually really, really, really boring. And I couldn't make it through a single 3-hour video that he has. It was just boring. It was just.
If the best you got is 15 years ago, you lost. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. When there's people like wanting to turn around and be like, oh my gosh, he said the N-word all those years ago. He's obviously a racist. Like, that's not how this works. He's apologized for it. He's turned around and said he's not going to do it. And if you can't show me like recent events of him being that way or acting that way or anything, then you have no argument, in my personal opinion. How long does somebody, like, just because he didn't go on a freaking world tour like iDubbbz did in an effort to flog himself for the remainder of his life, that doesn't mean that he's a bad, like, that he doesn't actually believe what he said, right? Like, it's crazy. These people will have all of these requirements for somebody to go through in order for them, you know, to in order for them to forgive them. But it's like, who says that you're the arbiter of all things? Why should we care whether or not you forgive this person?
It's boring. But Chris's obsession with Ethan Klein helps illustrate the bigger question. Since October 7th, why has everyone turned on Ethan Klein? It's hard to look at this situation and how outspoken Ethan has been about Israel and its actions in Gaza and think that Ethan being Jewish just has nothing to do with it. The problem with creators like Chris Kunsler isn't that he's pro-Palestine, it's that he dodges Ethan and Hila's beliefs about Israel and Netanyahu and says the most outrageous baloney that slides right into anti-Semitism like butter. That's why I plan on continuing my deep dive into the underground internet holy war. I really hope you liked this. If you did, please like and subscribe to me. My last video, I'm just like, I am baffled. When I posted it, I got like 20 views and I was so excited. And I was like, dude, I got 21 views and I'm just like over the moon. And I was celebrating that. And then this morning I woke up and suddenly I have, like 700 views on it. So thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the positive feedback.
And now that video has like a couple of, like, I think it's like 10,000 or something. This video has 5.8 thousand. Fantastic work. I'll definitely, when I cut this into a segment, I'll definitely be putting her channel in the description below. This is incredibly good work. Yes, absolutely, Congo. Support small YouTubers. She's doing great freaking work. She's funny, quirky. She absolutely has a very good vibe here. And I think that, I think she could definitely keep going places as long as she doesn't get wrapped up into the like, the one thing about channels kind of like this is when they do retrospectives and stuff of that nature, a lot of the time they will, I don't want to say be hypocritical, but they will kind of lose sight of where their channel was. But she's a small YouTuber. She's doing great, highly recommend. Her name is Princess Mantis. This video is at 5.8K thousand views. The Cruel World is the third view, so it's at 13,000 right now. The Nicholas Diorio 6.4 on the video we just watched. She's doing great. 1.86 thousand. And with 7 views, she's got some shorts out here that are, doing generally good numbers. So she's, oh, look at that. Papa Gut's even watching her video. Oh my gosh, you have no idea how devastating it is to see Papa Gut miss your video's point entirely, but we move. I'm going to be honest, Papa Gut, he misses a lot of videos. I mean, the dude literally, when watching Diesel Patch's video on Cameron F305, he completely missed the fact that the dude turned around and had like openly admitted to sleeping with somebody that he believed or was told got sexually assaulted by like his boss and shit. So it's crazy. Yeah, and then this is Kunsler turning around and made a video on it. It's great. It's so good. So let's see. Why don't you come on my stream and talk about this really thought-provoking video? Oh man, it's super good. It's super good. And I support her. It's awesome. And I think everybody else should. At Princess Mantis, a video will be in the description below.